So I'm going to introduce the programs and scholarships. Now, we already hear a lot of stories about why it's important to study in Europe. These are very clear things. But as I think Polita mentioned, we have free programs as well as almost free, 500 euros or 75,000 for 6 months. So those are programs, free, almost free programs available in many countries like in Germany, Sweden, Denmark, some part of other European countries, but not necessarily everywhere. Also, there are very good generous scholarship programs. I will explain them very briefly later. And you should know, a lot of people don't know that the programs conducted in those countries, even though their language of mother language is not English, a lot of programs are now, as a part of European integration, are done in English. So by just knowing English, you can get admission, but still you need to learn the local language to communicate with people, or sometimes even to get jobs. Of course, a lot of experience you have seen. You can travel to different countries by train. It's like from one town to one town. Now, when we do it in south of Germany, it's easier and faster, cheaper to go to Switzerland or Belgium, Netherlands, than even going to Berlin or north of Germany. So now I have taken buses, and in fact I have gone from say, Finland to Portugal, 3 days trip, 4 days trip by train. But those are possible, and you can keep two legs of you in one country. Once I was in Belgium, this is Germany. Okay, so this is possible. And there's one city I knew called Basel. In the morning I was in Germany. I took my lunch from Switzerland, then evening to France for tea, and came back to Germany in the evening. So only possible in European Union. Okay. It's very interesting to learn in non-English speaking world. Now for us, globalization is America, Australia, UK, Malaysia, Singapore. But there's a world beyond that. Now first when I went out of English speaking world, I was almost illiterate. I didn't know any languages, and they were not very comfortable with English, for example, Spain. So that is a really eye-opening experience. Now we are very happy and very proud and confident. We know English, we have master's degrees, we are general managers, but when you go out of this territory, you become like useless. How you get that confidence back? It's a very interesting, exciting experience. I think Khalid already mentioned that living in European Union as a student is cheaper actually than many other countries, comparative countries like UK. Most important thing, getting into good universities in Europe, UK or USA or Australia is very difficult. Now what you see in Sri Lanka is almost low quality, low rank universities in those countries. I don't see, maybe except Monash, I don't see any high rank university marketing in Sri Lanka. Now Manchester University sometimes on this fairs, but University of Oxford, London School of Economics, or London Business School, or Cambridge, many very high rank universities you don't advertise. Not only European, for example, India, IITs, Indian School of Business, they don't come to Sri Lanka because it's not that developed university market, because people are not still, they consider the education not really as an investment. But therefore, since European universities are still just opening or not serious competition from other countries, it's easier to get access than to high rank Anglo-American universities. So I'm not saying for everybody. If you are very smart, have a lot of money, a lot of achievements, maybe you should go to some high rank university in the US. But if you think something different, Europe is a very ideal place to get a good, decent academic qualification. Why not many people go? Why people don't know much about Sri Lanka? Now people don't know because there's no awareness among Sri Lankan people. these interested people. And important thing is European Union, University in European Union, many countries, they don't appoint agents. You don't see agents promoting Belgian universities or German universities because there is no concept of giving money to agents, appointing agents, and charging commission. So you don't see newspaper advertisements saying go to German Humboldt University or something. Now, the University of Humboldt, where I was last 2 months ago, there are 29 Nobel Prize winners. The Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels. I'm alumni of the same university. They have been alumni. So imagine, but nobody even knows here. So because you can't promote, there's no advertising budget like in UK universities to promote outside their countries. So many countries consider higher education as a right, not as something you trade, like what they do in Australia. Of course, there's a historical problem because our system is designed as a part of the British system. So we still like to go to the UK system, but there has been some kind of cultural, historical logic. Now, English programs in Europe is actually new. So now, 20 years ago, all universities taught only German. Now, for example, there are a lot of Sri Lankan studies in German university, but I'm the first Sri Lankan to get MBA in English in German. So I'm the first Sri Lankan. And in fact, when I met the German ambassador, he's a doctor, but he's an MBA from London. So I told him that I'm the first Sri Lankan to get German MBA, and he's the first MBA diplomat in Sri Lanka. So and my picture at poster that way. So they are still new. It's only 10-15 years only history that universities are now done in English. Not only in Germany, in Spain, in France, you see a lot of English programs. But one thing different to Australian, UK universities, admission criteria are very advanced. Now, if you are interested in studying in the UK, in a UK university, even if you have O-levels, there are ways you can get admission. Not with European university. They are very much strict in your admission criteria. I think Polika mentioned how it is done in Germany. If you don't have 13 years of schooling, high GPA or high classes, they won't get you to a good university. So admission is difficult. That is why not many people get in. Of course, a lot of people ask whether you can work. As we mentioned, all European countries have space for you to work, but finding jobs compared to UK, compared to Australia is difficult because you can't be a pizza guy in Germany. You can be a pizza person or shop assistant in UK. So comparatively, but I don't say that Germany is the most performing economy nowadays. So there are opportunities, but it is not guaranteed. You can't just get a job like in England. And also, a lot of people go out of Sri Lanka not to come back. So you want to get high skill migration, live there, green card. These are not very much established in European Union. Now, if you go to Australia, maybe you have to pay a lot of money for your education, but at the end you get resident permit or living opportunities settling there. So these are possible in European countries, but not really. They are not really keen on still taking people from countries like Sri Lanka or even India. So if you have serious plan to settle in those countries, this is not a very good thinking to go there as a student. There are possibilities, but that is not the main attraction. And also, if you ask, my question is, that's one reason I want to communicate that European universities or European countries are not also very much interested in countries like Sri Lanka, because if you see DART or Erasmus, they do a lot of recruitment in countries like India, China, Brazil, because they look at economically interested countries. So if you go to Mumbai or Delhi or Chennai, there are a lot of Germans working on recruiting people. But I think you were in Mumbai in an education fair, right? But when you ask European Union or even German embassy, there are people who are working on this, but they are not very keen go beyond universities to attract people, because Sri Lanka still is not really an attractive customer country for businesses in European Union. So these are the reasons why they are not very popular in Sri Lanka as postgraduate destination. Ma'am, would you like to come here? Program, I will explain them briefly later. And you should know, a lot of people don't know that the program conducted in those countries, even though their language of other language is not English, a lot of programs are now as a part of European free integration are done in English. So by just knowing English, you can get admissions, but still you need to learn the local language to communicate with people, or sometimes you want to get jobs. Of course, a lot of experience you have seen. You can travel to different countries by train. It's like from one town to one town. Now, when we live in south of Germany, it's easier and faster, cheaper to go to Switzerland or Belgium, Netherlands than even going to Berlin or north of Germany. So now I have taken buses, and in fact I have gone from say, Finland to Portugal, 3 days trip, 4 days trip by train. But this is the format you should use, because you can have a picture. You can take this from Europass, Europass. It's online. You can fill it online and get it done. So this is their instructions, but please use this format because it's the standard European activity. Some people are very good in writing, but a lot of people, I have seen people from Morocco University. Okay. Actually, among universities, people from Morocco have a high kind of good CV. Maybe you get some training here to see. Anybody recently passed? You got some training to CV here. Okay. So it is very clear when I get from different universities, they have better presentation. So this is very important. Maybe there are people, smart people from other universities, but when it comes to CV, people, I'm not saying all the university people from Morocco have better CVs, but in general, Morocco people have nice format. So your format is very important. The date and description. So when I say resume, it doesn't mean only your academic first class or anything. I will not go into details. What is already mentioned about DART. Now there are country-specific scholarships. Now Germany has DART, Belgium has VLRS, VOS. There are a lot of programs where you can apply. NUFIC is a Dutch agency providing you scholarships. Please find they are available on the internet. I have put also website. And in different countries, you have scholarships given by different foundations. I think already mentioned about one foundation, but in Germany you have Max Planck Society, Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. They give a lot of government universities to scholarships to South Asian students. Shell, Century, Shonin scholarship. It's competitive, but you can go to UK on based on that. So there are many. These are only some sample, but all European countries have different ways of inviting developing country people. Okay. Now we talk about Erasmus Mundus program. Okay, before my flyer or information on Erasmus Mundus, how many of you have heard of Erasmus Mundus? Only one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, quick, your attitude done now? Okay, anybody else? Yes? From where? Incidentally? Actually, if you type Erasmus Mundus, the first list of all the URLs, Canadian link comes actually in the first thing. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am?
I was studying European Union law and
okay.
so they need KIPs.
Okay, great. And ma'am? Advantage of that is you go to more than one university. If you get Erasmus Mundus scholarship, you can study these 2 universities in different countries. It will cover your tuition fees. These programs are not free, by the way, like traditional European programs. They are very market-oriented programs. They are very high tuition fees for people from developing countries. But you get participation cost, you get living expenses as well as travel expense, insurance, and everything. And now you can apply directly to the university. So Erasmus, European Union is only providing funding. Application, you have to apply directly to Erasmus programs in different universities. Now there are different categories of program. As you can see, covers all these areas. Now there are 138 Erasmus Mundus Masters courses this year and 42 joint Erasmus joint doctorate PhD program. 42 PhD programs and 138 Masters programs this year conducted in English as Erasmus Mundus program. Okay, this, for example, this from one university, how much you get? Now, if you get a scholarship, full Erasmus Mundus scholarship, you get 4,000 euros to travel. 4,000 euros means about 6 lakh rupees. So you can go to Europe 3 times at least. You use that money. And you get full payment of the fees. So the full coverage of participation means tuition they will pay directly, so you won't get that money. But you get monthly 1,000 euros. As already mentioned, 700 maximum you need to live in a decent life. If you are individual, 600, 700 you can live in a. Yeah, maybe in Scandinavia it will be more 100. Yeah, but then you get 1,000 euros. That means you can even save about 200, 300. Of course, a person like me, I wouldn't have saved that. It's a decent amount. Like it's like a general manager salary in Sri Lankan government, 175,000 rupees per month. It's like living like European life with a Sri Lankan maybe a general manager salary. Okay, this is what you get. Okay, I will demonstrate. I will show you how you get. Now this is the main website where you have all the information about Erasmus Mundus. Now the problem with European Union work is this is very complicated, very structured. So you need to have good searching, navigating skills to get what you really need. Now if you go to this website, you see these are master's program, these are doctorate program. So these are the other things. If you are a university, you can apply. But let me show you masters. Okay, so these are master's program. Now these are all of master's program. You see. Now if you click to this, link, you will go to that particular program. Let's say now I will. If you want, say only engineering and construction, you click that link, and you get all the programs in engineering, same with social science. Since we don't have time, I will show you some selected programs. So this is the main site where you get all the information about all the programs. But I wanted to show you some programs directly, get understanding. Okay, I decided on some subject. I teach strategic management or project management, so I look at that one. If you want to study in strategic management masters, this is you can do in 2-3 countries, in UK, in Italy, and in Sweden. It's a 3-country program. Now I will show you program study. Okay, so maybe I will how to apply. Okay, so this is your admission. Just to get idea, people who are in management or engineering, you have to have a good academic excellence of your credentials. It shows maybe first class or high upper or something like that. If you are not an English speaker, you have to have a good IELTS score. Motivation, and you have to explain why they should hire you, why they should recruit you. It should be a strong statement. It's good to have some kind of background, but if if you can make a case, this is how you get admission. I will also show you. Oh shit. Okay, come back. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Master's course in computer science. To do this computer science degree, it is done in 3 countries: Sweden, Germany, Netherlands. Hangout. How many of you Google Hangout? Anybody use? Oh, very good. Huh? You are from which university? Where? Eastern Pro. So you use Google Hangout for your education? Okay, for office work. Okay, that's good. It's something more than Skype. I checked Chintaga is doing PhD in Scotland, so he's also a key member who will help in applying and in other support. So we try to get his ideas and see him live. Hello. Hi, Chintaga. Can you hear? Now, people who couldn't come to this session, we will have online session using Google Hangout. In Google Hangout, you have 10 people, you can connect 10 people simultaneously. So for the international participants also, we will have to Hangout session. Chintaga, can you? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so you are online. We are running out of time, but you can quickly share your ideas. I think you can see the audience, huh? So
I can see the audience.
Make you full screen. Please make full screen. Okay, you can start your talk.
Yeah, how many minutes now I have? I know that we're running out of time, yes?
Yeah, 10 minutes, yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I sent you a document, I don't know if you received it.
But you can share the screen share. You can screen share.
Yeah, I can, yes.
You can try that. I think.
I hope it will work, yeah?
Yeah. You are very audible very nicely, but we try to share the screen. So the advantage is you can share the screen, so you can do a presentation from outside. I use this for my MBA classes, so my students know actually how to use it. So if you have friends who missed this session, ask them to contact me.
So can you see the screen?
It's coming, wait. Yeah. Okay, yes. You can go ahead. I'm trying to make it full screen. Go ahead.
Alright, yeah, I'm Chintaga and I'm connecting from UK, Scotland. I'm a PhD student of University of Aberdeen in Dundee, Scotland. And if I tell you a little bit about my background, education background, I did my undergraduate degree at the University of Kelaniya, Sri Lanka. Then I did my master's degree at York St. John University as a scholarship student. And then I completed my summer education last year under the full guidance of Mr. Saminder at University of Koblenz, Landshut, Germany. That was a 1-month program. They're in New Zealand for the rest of their life. So it's very difficult coming from those, going around. For example, now I have a PhD students some of the opportunities I have like a presentation conference presentation to that's in January, that's in France. So I got another opportunity to go to Oxford and study in Oxford in May. So these are just the few opportunities I could grasp. But there are a lot of other opportunities if you come to Europe to do your PhD. The opportunities you have. So this was a program I participated in Germany. It's a new subject area. So this was a living experience in Europe that I had, it's a very different experience, even compared to UK. Well, the UK has 4 countries, like England, Scotland, but still, in Europe, if you're in Europe, in this part of Europe, we are talking about continental Europe. It's a different experience because you get. It's very interesting, when you're when you're sitting in a train station and you get trains to other countries. So this is a little bit about my experience and the multinational people, the cultural, multicultural experience I had. So why I explain why I'm showing you these are the opportunities when you are doing, well, I know you're very keen to apply for a PhD or to start your PhD in Europe. So these are the opportunities you have to connect with these multinational people. I could choose Australia or New Zealand or even USA or Sri Lanka to do my PhD, but the reason I chose Europe was I found out that I have friends in USA, I have friends in USA doing PhDs, I have friends who's doing PhDs in Australia and New Zealand, and they all are asking me, can we do something in Europe? Can we travel to Europe? Can we come to Europe? Because they know that it's a different experience. So the people who are in Australia, they're visiting Australia. People who are studying in New Zealand, they're in New Zealand for the rest of their life. So it's very difficult coming from those, going around person by.
මේ පිළිබඳව මට කිව්වා පැහැදිලිවම කැපවීම කියන එක අවශ්‍යයි කියන එක. ඒතකොට ඇප්ලිකේෂන් ප්‍රොසෙස් එකේ ඉඳන් තමා මේ වැඩ කොටස් ටික කරගන්නට ඕනේ. මම මේ උපදේශ නිසි පරිදි පිළි අරගෙන ඇප්ලිකේෂන් එක මම හැදුවා. ඊට පස්සේ මයි මොටිවේෂන් ලෙටර් එක මම හදාගත්තා. ඊට පස්සේ වීසා ප්‍රොසෙස් එකට ගිහිල්ලා කොහොමද මේ වීසා එක ගන්නෙ? ඒ හැම කටයුත්තක්ම තනියම කළේ ඒ උපදේශ ටික. ඒ වගේම තමයි ජර්මනිය වගේ රටකට ගිහිල්ලා ජීවත් වීම. දැන් මේක වඩා හුඟක් වෙනස්. ඉහි තියෙන පරිසරය අපි සිස්ටම් වලට ඇඩොප්ට් වෙන්න ඕනේ. දැන් මෙහි ගියොත් එහෙම අපි එක එක්කෙනාගෙන් අහන්න පුළුවන් අහන්න යන්නේ කොහොමද මෙහෙට යන්නේ කොහොමද ඒවා කවුරුත් උත්තර දෙන්න කවුරුත් නැහැ. අපි ටිකට් එක ගන්න ඕනේ ගිහිල්ලා මේ මැෂින් වලින්. ඉතින් මම මේ සති 3ක වගේ කාල පරිච්ඡේදය තුළ විශාල දෙයක් ඒ පිළිබඳව ඉගෙන ගත්තා. ඒ තුලින් මට දැන් හුඟක් කොන්ෆිඩන්ස් තියෙනවා ලෝකයේ ඕනම රටකට ගිහිල්ලා තනියම යමක් කර ගැනීමට තියෙන හැකියාව. ඒ අවස්ථාව ලබා දුන්නේ අපගේ හිතවත් චමින් හිටියලා තියෙන තමා හිතනවා මෙතන යන් ග්‍රැජුවේට්ලා බොහෝ දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ට විශේෂ අවස්ථාවක් තියෙනවා ඉදිරියට ලෝකයේ තව යන්නට. ඒ නිසා මේ අනගිය අවස්ථාව අරගෙන ඒ වැඩිදුර අධ්‍යාපන කටයුතු සඳහා සිසින් PhD ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකට MSc වගේ දෙයකට ජර්මනිය වගේ රටකට යනවා නම් ඔයාලට ඉතාමත්ම ඉහළ තලයකට එන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක මට නම් ඉතාමත්ම පැහැදිලිව කියන්න පුළුවන්. මමත් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙ සිටිනවා මේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකට ඇප්ලයි කරලා ඉදිරියේදී තවදුරටත් මේ පිළිබඳව හැදෑරීමක් කරලා අපේ තත්ත්වය දිනනවා. නිසා මම වැඩිදුර කියන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මෙන්න මේ කරුණු ටික තමයි මට පැහැදිලි කරන්න ඕන. මට මේ අවස්ථාව ලබා දීම සහ ආරාධනා කිරීම පිළිබඳව මම නැවතත් සමිති හිටියරත් අපගේ ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. නිසා ඔබ සෑම දිනකටත් මේ අවස්ථාව උදා කරගන්නට කියම ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. ඒ සඳහා ශක්තිය ධෛර්යය වාසනාව ලැබේවා කියම මුළු හදින්ම ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. සමට සුබ දවසක්. Thank you very much for being here. Long session open for discussion. everybody is providing some same size? Yes. Yeah. You just say that you are interested to get that service, and then by wait for like 2 weeks, then because little bit, I know you need to find out more details on the people, so on, but there are some schools, a lot of programs are in by delay. So we can implement some programs. Yeah, you can apply later also. Start June. So that's next year. But now we only explain about PhD and master. Now our main expertise has been actually summer program. If we arrange people to go to 2 3 weeks for working here to get experience, they also do get good scholarship. Or other, now for example, you want to go to do our candidacy. So there are a lot of opportunities. That's why I said, please look at Facebook page, go to history and see a lot of. Anything else? Yes. Summer programs are short term programs, normally in July, August, 2 weeks. We had a session actually in March. That is online. You can see the online session. This is for people who can't go out of the country, who want to get a experience plan. Project management. 2 people are different project management, environmental management. There are some other people about education group, IT program. We got reconciliation. So there are different programs. But it's a separate thing. Yes, ma'am. You want to say something?
It's regarding certification.
Yes.
Now, if we have the certificate, say from the same university,
okay.
I think it would affect.
No, not really. No. Now, actually, to be very honest, having a first class of Sri Lankan University is not guaranteeing the admission to Erasmus. Erasmus will look at your diversity. If you are a girl, you have no chance. If you are now, if you see now, unfortunately, Anuradha is not here. Because they came to be whatever. Yeah, so this one is actually she is one of my students' wife. She has a first degree in environment now, health sciences engineering from Morocco, and she's doing a master's course in the same field. But she's applying. She's already applying in me because her husband was my former student in Morocco, and he was my client. So she has very high chance of getting admission because she's a girl, she's a mother. She has done engineering. Earth science engineering is not very, like mechanical is not common. So the uniqueness is very high, and she has worked in other expressway fields, new airport. So these are unique experience you can mark. When you work for airport building, it's unique because you don't have many people work. Not many airports are built nowadays in Europe. So uniqueness. Those are the things you can mark. That's why it's not one single indicator. Now, if you are from Japan, ever been Japan? Japan. If you are from Japan, you have a lot of high chance because it's a post-conflict country. You can say these new opportunities we are interested in moving back to our region or something like that. People will love you. So, of course, Germany, if you go to Germany, all the Canadians get more visa compared to so the countries have different price. So we can market that to 8 years. And you said Catholic, different scholarship. I'm a Buddhist person. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. No, it's so you can go that way also. But for Erasmus, they are structured programs. They are on the open market, they hire you. So you have a project proposal, and your previous background clear. But your degree is fine. Master's in research is you can apply and but develop research purpose. Maybe your master's is there. So you can develop that.
Generally,
Yes. Hold on. Yes.
But when we prepare the research proposal, don't we have to contact the potential spots?
No. That is, you can look at their site and see what kind of research interest they have. It's also good to go to their this is like additional information. Look at their research interest. Now, eventually you need somebody. But Erasmus Mundus has very open policy, so not necessary. But if you want to apply for, say, DART scholarship, you have to maybe look at one PhD person, also contact. But then? No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is one thing you have to mark. Now, when he was applied, everything was about, because he's doing national work, like project director of Central Environmental Authority. Now, he emphasized one importance of his work. Now, I had to kind of reshape him. He was a postgraduate expert over. Also in the University of Columbia Environment. That is where we mark him. He said he is a project director of a big division in so those are not important in getting a scholarship. You want to say you are a student, you are doing master's, so you are doing master's and doing some work for students. Same with Sullivan, your German experience. If you want to get admission for a scholarship, you say you are a big guy, no chance. You get admission based on I am working for Sri Lanka, developing Bangladesh, you get admission. But whenever you get visa, you have to be paid. Otherwise they won't do this. So this is it's like local knowledge. Anything else? Yeah.
is it the same field of study that we
No. Actually, if you look at the list of these scholarship Erasmus Mundus program, they are not what you have heard of. It's not like masters in economics. They are very funny names. You can see, and they will explain to you what kind of background they do. Because European thinking about academics are very different. They say nanotechnology before car manufacturing. I know. I used to work at Mercedes. There are 5,000 PhD people who are working as technicians. Some are specialized PhD on car door. So they know only about car doors. So he doesn't know nothing other than a car door. So that kind of specialization. So you see new sciences like nanotechnology, micro, not even the terms we use. So you look at that, just get an idea, and then you say because of that background, I know that. Motivation letter is very important. Why they think you should be taken into the program. Anything else? Yeah, so comfortably, I would say you have to work about 3 months. But now if you apply for Erasmus, you don't have that time. So you have 1 month, maybe 2 months maximum, depending upon the program. So you have to do some intensive work. Now if you are prepared on it, if you have good to reference, if you have other things done, if you have been planning to apply, it is easy. But if you have find out all the problems of finance and family problems, then it needs time. And now, for example, they were this gentleman here have been in contact for how many years? 2 years. Yeah, so he was manager at development board. So if you are engaged here, your commitment, going out of your country is very difficult. A lot of things are managed. So of course you have to do. But yeah, I would say 3 months. But if you are really don't do that, 1 month is better. Okay. I want to show that I speak Tamil also. Anything else? Any questions? Okay, thank you very much. So I will advise you, even if you don't come to me, please take this opportunity and apply yourself. Take some other. By the way, if you are asked, you can also ask your European Union. They have a office. They don't do real help, but they will provide information. Right? Or go to German. What is your German Cultural Center? How do you call that? Goethe Institute. Goethe Institute. They have information. Alliance Council. Wherever you go, we want most Sri Lankans to go different countries and get qualification. That's one thing. When I go to other countries, I get a lot of Indians, a lot of Chinese, but not Sri Lankan. So if I see you somewhere, it's really good. And please be like this Facebook page and see other opportunities. We post a lot of other opportunities also, and you are interested, you can. Thank you very much, and have a nice day. All the best.